Welcome back, students. In the previous lecture we have talked about Gauss law, and the Gauss law, the mathematical expression, we have gone through those three PDFs you might have gone through, where you will see those applications of the Gauss law. The next important point of the topic is electric potential. See, potential is once again a very important term in the electrostatic, where you need to understand this, because once you understand potential, then you will understand the concept of work done. Once you understand the concept of work done, then you will understand the concept of energy and energy density in the electrostatic field. So right now we'll focus on electric potential. You already know that. What is potential? Potential is, if we wish to move a charge q from point A to point B in electric field E bar, from Coulomb's law, the force on q will be, see, let's say there is certain a charge q. Okay, this is, I want to move at certain another charge where q2 is located, and there must be electric field associated with q2. You already know these electric fields and flux lines, and already we have talked about that. If I want to take this charge q1 from point 1 to point 2 against the electric field of charge q2, the work must be done, and that work must be done in terms of force, or how that Coulomb's law has interpreted that we'll try to understand, and how work done is an important concept, and the electric potential we'll try to understand. So if I want to take that charge from certain point to certain other point, we already know according to Coulomb's law, F bar is equal to Q E bar. If you remember, F bar upon Q is equal to E bar, therefore F bar is equal to Q E bar is the most normal thing that we usually do, is cross multiplication. So F bar is equal to Q E bar. So the work done in displacing the charge by a distance dl, if we assume this distance as dl, see this distance I am talking about from q1 to q2, if I assume this distance as dl, then how I can understand that? So dw, okay, so differential work done dw is equal to minus F bar dot dl bar. F bar will replace it by Q E bar dot dl bar. Now try to understand this thing. Why minus sign is coming? The negative sign indicates that the work is being done by the external agent. That means we are forcing this Q1 towards Q2. We are forcing, by applying certain external force, we are forcing Q1 to go close to Q2 under the electric field intensity of Q2. That's why this, when the work done is against the field, we'll take it as negative. You already know that thing. And external agent, thus the work done or the potential energy required for moving q to AB is now W. Capital W is equal to minus q. I need to move it from point A to point B, or point 1 to point 2. You can replace these limits at 1 to 2, or A to B, or R1 to R1, whatever you wish to. So W is equal to minus q, and see this differential length, if I integrate, if I take a differential length and if I integrate it over this entire length, then it will becomes minus q integration running from A to B E bar dot dl bar. So this is the next expression. Now if that is so, what next things I need to calculate? Now what I will take, see, in the previous thing we have given W is equal to minus q integration A to B E bar dot dl bar. If I just take this q to this denominator, so it becomes W by Q. So W by Q is equal to minus A to B E bar dot dl bar. So that's the thing which we did here. So by dividing W by Q in the last equation gives the potential energy per unit charge. Potential energy per unit charge. The quantity is denoted by VAB, is also known as potential difference between point A and B. So VAB, that is potential difference between A and B, is equal to W by Q minus A bar dot dl, A to B E bar dot dl bar. My question to you is that what is potential difference? You usually say that this is a potential difference. What is the definition? Definition of potential difference is the amount of, it is the amount of work done in taking a unit positive charge from one point to another point against the electric field. So VAB, potential difference, is work done per unit charge. See, work done per unit charge. The unit of potential difference is volts. Unit of potential difference is volt, and even unit of potential is also a volt. As an example, if E bar field is due to a point charge q located in the origin, then see, the diagram is not visible to you. If we see, I want to calculate the E bar field due to a charge q which is located at origin. You already know these things, but just it's a repetition. If a charge q is located at origin, that coordinates are 0, 0, 0. You already know that. And I want to calculate the electric field intensity at a certain point R. So let's say this is a point P, and distance between this Q and P is R. So how you write electric field equation? Electric field equation is written as Q divided by 4 pi epsilon R square AR bar. Okay, AR bar is equal to R bar upon magnitude of R bar, that already know. There will be certain coordinates with P, let's say x comma y comma z. Okay, and if I want to calculate AR bar, it will be x minus 0 x bar, y minus 0 y bar, z minus 0 z bar, and divided by its modulus, that is under root x square plus y square plus z square. So E bar will be calculated as q upon 4 pi epsilon r square AR bar. Now if that is so, what is VAB? Because VAB, we know that VAB is equal to E bar dot DL bar, so we need to replace this E bar by q upon 4 pi epsilon r square AR cap. So if we do that, so AR bar dot AR bar, you know, in the vector calculus we have talked about that AR bar dot AR bar is equal to 1, but AR bar cross AR bar is always 0. So dot product between similar two unit vector will always give the entity as 1. If I try to solve this, q upon 4 pi epsilon is a constant entity, will come outside the sign of this integration, and then 1 upon r square, I can write it as r raised to minus 2 dr, so r raised to minus 1 upon minus 1, then it will comes as 1 upon r. And the integration you can calculate, you will put the lower limit and upper limit, and finally you will get the expression as q upon 4 pi epsilon in bracket 1 upon rb minus 1 upon ra. What is this 1 upon rb and 1 upon ra? This is a distance of a point from origin, a point B from origin, and ra is the distance of a point A from origin. So what is VAB? It is a potential at point B and potential at point A. You already know that VAB equal to VB minus VA. And what is VB? VB is the absolute potential. Now we will introduce the concept of absolute potential. It is a potential at point B minus potential at point A, where VB and VA are the potential or absolute potential at B and A respectively. This potential difference VAB may be regarded as potential at B with a reference to A. This is very important to understand. This is not just the potential, it is a potential difference, what I can say, that with having certain reference point. So potential difference at B assuming certain reference point as A. What is that reference point? The reference point, see, always we take reference as 0. So if we assume potential at B assuming 0 reference as potential A, that what we are going to get, we will show it to you in the next slide. So VAB may be regarded as potential at B with reference to A. In problems involving point charges, it is customary to choose infinity as reference. So if I take a point A is at infinity, if the point A is at infinity, you can just put it. If I put it here, RA, if it is infinity, that means RA will turn out to be infinity. 1 upon infinity is 0. So what I can get, VAB is equal to Q upon 4 pi epsilon RB. Yes or no? See, if I am taking point A is at the reference point, and if I am putting RA equal to infinity, I will get VAB as Q upon 4 pi epsilon RB, and that is nothing but the absolute potential at that particular point. So in the case of point charges, we usually keep that A point at the infinity, and that's why we are getting absolute potential at particular point. So the next slide we'll see, if VA equal to 0, that is RA tends to infinity in previous equation, the potential at any point RB less than R will get this potential. This is very important expression. So potential, if someone asks you potential is a scalar entity or vector entity, look at this expression. Are you able to see any vector entity? No, we are not able to see any vector entity. So potential is a scalar entity itself. So potential V is equal to Q upon 4 pi epsilon R. The potential at any point is the potential difference between that point and a chosen point at which potential is 0. And this is the last expression that you must remember. Potential is V is equal to E bar dot dl bar, because Q has already gone into the denominator, and this from taking a unit positive charge from infinity to a distance r against the electric field, and these two expressions are very important. So the potential is a scalar entity which will give you the potential at particular point when the reference is known to us. The reference may be certain, having certain voltage, or usually in the point charges we take it as a 0 potential as the reference. Now the last certain points that we will summarize, note that in determining VAB, that is potential difference VAB, A is the initial point and B is the final point. If VAB is negative, if we get VAB as negative, there is loss in potential energy in moving Q from A to B. You already know these concepts of physics. If potential is negative, potential is positive, it can be in either of this direction. This implies that work is being done by the field. However, if VAB is positive, there is a gain in the potential energy in the movement, and external agent performs the work. That's the usual practice. We will make that assumption. And VAB is independent of the part taken. This is the last important point that you must understand. VAB is the independent of the part taken. That means if there are 2 points, just give me a minute. If there are 2 points A and B, if I calculate A to B by taking a path like this or by taking a path something like this, if A is having certain potential, B is having certain potential, VAB is always independent of the path taken. And final point, VAB is measured in joules per coulomb. We have gone to VAB as work done divided by Q, that is work done is in joules per coulomb, commonly referred to as volt. So these are summary points of this electric potential. So we'll stop here. In the next lecture we'll talk about the next point, that is the relationship between E bar and V. That's the most important derivation in the examination point of view, and we'll try to sort it out. So till then, keep learning, and thank you very much.